What's up, Shepherd Youth? I know a lot of you hate reading, but sadly reading is just a really good way to learn and grow in your knowledge, grow in your soul, and also just in your relationship with God. So I want to give you 4 books for people who hate reading. You could read all these in about a week. They've all been very transformational in my own life. They're full of really good information. So I just want to give you guys a couple books that you could read or listen to on audiobook. These are some of my favorite books I've ever read. Number 1 is C.S. Lewis, The Screwtape Letters. It's really cool. It's about a demon and the demon's master and how they strategize to trick us humans into being sinful, basically. So it's this really interesting, creative, but also in-depth look at how we fall into sin, but from a demon's perspective. Very weird, but very cool. You should check it out. And look how short it is. It's like super thin, but it's a little bit, that one's a little bit harder to read because the ideas are pretty big, but it's good. Number 2 is The Pursuit of God by A.W. Tozer. This one is really good. It's basic. It's like if you just want to figure out how to be with God and love your time with God, read this book. It's so good. It kind of got my relationship with God kick-started when I first got into college. And it's also a short book. I picked all these, they're super short. And all these are available in audiobooks as well, but Pursuit of God is really good. Number 3 is The Practice of the Presence of God. I have told you all about this one before. Make sure you get this version. This version, it's the one that's in updated English. So get this one. This is like 80 pages long. You will literally read this in a day or less. And it's got like huge font. I don't know if you can see that, but you'll read this one super fast. This one's really good. And lastly, a little more, newer author, but very good, is Love Does by Bob Goff. Bob Goff is so good. Read anything by Bob Goff. He also wrote Everybody Always. I think he just put out a new book called Dream Big. I know Rachel loves that book, or I think she's read that book. But everything he's written, I've loved. And it's like you read this book and you just want to live a better life and you want to love people better. So those are my 4 books that I recommend to you, even if you hate reading or if you love reading. They're just good books, but they're also really easy to read and full of great information. I have this theory that every book should be like 150 pages long, and these all fall into that category except for maybe this one. This one's a little longer, but it's super good still. So I'm gonna put all the links, Amazon links, in the bio of this video. So go ahead, grab one of these books as an audiobook, and I encourage you to maybe just listen to it as you go to bed. There's like a 30-minute timer on Audible that I do a lot, that I'll just fall asleep listening to an audiobook. But grab these, and if you hate it, I'll pay for it. So there you go. I love you all. And I'm excited to see some of you for our opening weekend of church, August 22nd. And then also, I will see you guys in D groups in a couple weeks. So make sure you're signing up for a D group. Love you all. See you later.